Am I the asshole? For telling step-siblings dad off for criticizing me for not doing chores. IF15 got diagnosed with cancer leukemia 2 months ago. It has been rough. I'm constantly feeling sick and tired for about a week after chemo. I live with my dad's GF, and her 2 kids M10 F12. My dad and his girlfriend have been dating for 3 years now and started living with us about a year ago. Her kids visit with their dad every other weekend, but during the week sometimes he does stuff like take them out to eat or something. Both the kids and I usually have a few chores we have to do daily. But since starting chemo, some days I barely have the energy to watch TV, let alone do chores, so usually I don't do them on days like that. Well, yesterday the kids' dad came over to take them to the movies. Dad's girlfriend wanted them to finish putting the dishes away, and I was 2 days post-chemo and laying on the couch barely keeping my eyes open enough to watch TV. The kid's dad saw him and asked why his kids had to do all the chores and I just got to lay around. He knows I have cancer too. Before my dad or his GF could reply, I said I just finished a round of chemo 2 days ago, that's why. Would you make your kids do chores after having toxins go in their body? If so, then you're a big asshole. He got mad and called me a brat. My dad and his girlfriend aren't mad at me but said I should have worded it differently since the kids were around and that's their dad. I feel like I was in the wrong now, so I'm asking for Reddit's opinion. Was I an AH? Not the asshole. I'm sure you would rather be doing chores than chemo. Ntar. Insulting a kid with cancer is way worse than insulting an R. Well, you now know one reason your stepmom is not with her ex anymore. Lack of empathy and inability to apologize when proven wrong. Imagine your kids had cancer is not the worst answer to give to a why isn't the cancer kid doing chores? So I think your dad and stepmom are trying too much to placate the ex, probably to keep the peace. But it's not a hill they should choose to die on. Not the asshole. I'm so sorry to hear of your diagnosis. Not the asshole. Chemo fatigue. Not the asshole. He should keep his mouth shut about you. What you are or are not doing is none of his business. He can express his opinion when one of his kids are going through chemo. Not the asshole, but I casting a hard side eye at your dad. People who don't live there shouldn't be coming in your house unnecessarily while you're more susceptible to infection, and certainly not with all the crap going around. Add in that this other guy can't even behave reasonably well, and he should never be in your house. Your dad is not doing his job as a parent here. First, fuck cancer. You are not the asshole. The other dad is. Ntar. You are fighting for your life and some part-time dad is going to give you shitty for it. No chance. Your dad and his missus should have been faster off the mark if they didn't want you to say something like that. Best of luck open in your fight. Not the asshole. Why aren't they upset about him calling you a brat in front of the other kids? Kindness goes both ways. Though he deserved what you said. Sorry you're dealing with cancer, hope the treatment goes well. Not the asshole, and your dad and his girlfriend should have defended you. Good luck with your treatment OP. Not the asshole. You will kick cancer's ass. Sleep all you need. Definitely not the asshole. It have been worded differently, sure. But at the same time, he could have worded his comments differently and been more understanding of the circumstances. Not the asshole, and this man should not be allowed to enter your home again. Ntar, and your dad needs to do better at protecting you from him. Your dad GF should also have ground rules where he isn't allowed to comment on you. Not the asshole, not his circus and not his elephants. I hope you feel better soon. Not the asshole. That guy is such an insensitive jerk. Take the time you need to rest. Chemo and cancer is no joke. That is so rude and insensitive. He knows you have cancer. How hard is it to see that you are completely drained and barely able to keep your eyes open? How does he expect you to do the chores? Not the asshole. Mom should keep ex-husband out of the house. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. And feel free to tell your dad's stepmom that next time a step-sibling exchange is occurring you would prefer the trash stay outside on the porch where it belongs. Not the asshole. Could you have handled it with more tact? Sure. But I feel like your response was firmly in the category of entirely reasonable, and well short of being enough to make you the asshole. He was acting like a dick and you called him on it. Not the asshole. Your dad and GF are right, you could have worded things differently. That being said, you're allowed some slack at 15. Diplomacy is something which is learnt over time and the other dad was being an AH. Good luck with your treatment and I wish you well. Your only chore right now is to fight the biggest AH cancer and get yourself better. Not the asshole and good luck. Not the asshole. He's just but hurt that he got called out and embarrassed in front of his kids. Not the asshole. He knows your struggle and decided to go there anyway. Good that you knocked him down a peg. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. You literally have cancer and went through chemotherapy. You have enough going on besides chores and it helps the kids to see their dad is not perfect. You did nothing wrong, OP, nothing at all. All the best with your journey to recovery, Redheart. You are honestly a better person than me for not cursing him out. I wish you healing, joy and peace. You've got this. Cancer sucks balls by itself. You are not required to also tolerate assholes who see their kids every second weekend. Ntar. Not the asshole. You just showed the kids how to stand up to a bully, always a useful skill. Not the asshole because he was out of line asking that question in front of you and the other kids. Had he asked it quietly of the adults in the house, and not where any of the kids could hear, he would have been fine to ask. He may not necessarily know your chemo schedule or how you react to chemo. Best of luck to you. My partner has recently finished immunotherapy following chemo, and I know just how draining chemo can be. Rest and take care of yourself. No way. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. The kids should know their dad is an AH for asking, right off the bat. If they didn't hear it, I wouldn't put it past him to try to convince them to complain about it. Chemo is so tough. I am very sorry you have to go through this. Sending you lots of red heart hash, red heart hash, red heart hash. Nope. You're good. And if he thinks it's okay to finish that off with calling you a brat, his kids have bigger problems than watching him get called out. Wishing you a speedy recovery and all the rest you need. Ntar. Not the asshole. His kids have every right to know what kind of asshole their father is, and if he doesn't want them to know, then he shouldn't say something he can get called out for in front of them. Nah. Fuck that guy. Not the asshole. Sweetie, I'm so sorry. We are here for you if you need us at a mom for a minute. Not the asshole. From another person experiencing cancer, her sucks. Say what you need to say. Not the asshole. Not the asshole, but I'm side-eyeing your dad and girlfriend for not throwing that asshole the fuck out of their house. Not the asshole. You were far more polite than I'd have been. You could have told him to fuck right off and you'd still not be an AH. Not the asshole. You called it correctly and he can GTFO if he doesn't like it. I sincerely hope you beat this and soon. Not the asshole. You need to show your dad this thread. He needs to stick up for you, not let some asshole come into his family home and pick on his sick kid. Ask your dad why they care so much about keeping the peace when the jerk who made the comment obviously doesn't care about keeping the peace in a home he doesn't even belong in. Sorry you are having to go through sickness, keep your spirits up and stay positive, and I'm proud of you for sticking up for yourself. Not the asshole you channel that strength red heart # well done for calling some out for being AH. Not the asshole. You were literally doing what your body could handle in the moment. He's a big AH. Not the asshole. I'm surprised that's all you said. You are a very sick child, who is listening to her body and giving it the rest it needs to repair itself. He's a grown-up AH with entitlement issues and no empathy apparently. Don't you worry yourself one more second about this situation. Not the asshole. Sending you love and light for your ongoing battle. Not the asshole. You treated the jerk the way he should have been treated. No. Not the asshole. Tell him whatever you want. Can you imagine being an adult trying to smack talk a child with